I really don't want to miss the ending.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee in my cup,
Find a nickel.
and then I'll get to see the ending.
Hi, I'm Andy Sandberg, the director of Straight.
I'm Jenna Gabby and I play Emily.
I'm Thomas Sullivan and I play Chris.
Jake Epstein, I play Ben.
So we're supposed to tell you our worst theater-going experiences, not necessarily all related to Straight, but like people with bad etiquette in the theater, which has become a problem, apparently.
Well, I feel like what started this is that in the show Hand to God, you know, the person in the front row who plugged in their phone. I feel like that started this whole conversation about theater etiquette.
Yeah,
We
don't
love
ever
our
get up on
audiences.
the
We
stage.
really love them. But there are some crazy people every now and then, and they ruin it for everyone else.
We had a show, and sir, if you're watching this, you're not watching this. This guy had his
Maybe.
He might
he
be
had his
top.
feet up on the stage.
Front
Right
row is
in their
very
way.
close. If you're in the front, you're basically in the living room with us, which is great.
Somebody once said to me after the show, I love the front row because you could just put your feet up right on the stage.
somebody
And I was like,
I did a
what?
show once that had like
Why would you do
speakers
that?
and people would like yank them down because they thought they were armrests, like on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Neat.
No, the feet were up. They were actually really nice sneakers. They were like a nice,
Were they?
Yeah.
like
They're
lime
Flyknits or
green
something?
Nike, like probably a fairly
I
expensive
remember the
sneak.
sneaker. We should have like kicked him off.
I did want to go over and like stomp like really close.
In his
I
defense,
told you if it happens.
I wanted to
again.
do a spit take just
It is.
around in his
All
general
around him
vicinity.
in his
But-
defense, he looked cozy as.
He looked special. He was like,
My favorite thing is when someone's phone does go off. I mean, before.
Have we had a phone yet?
no.
We didn't
We
want-
haven't done it.
Don't turn
But
on
no,
the
but the
phone.
worst is when a phone goes off and somebody doesn't want to acknowledge
be
it's
the one
them,
with
so
the
they'd
phone.
rather just let it ring.
Yeah. Just in that moment, like lie and say someone in your life is about to go into labor, or that you're a doctor. Like be like,
Literally,
I had to leave
if
this
you
on. I'm a
say,
doctor.
if you go, I'm a doctor.
Biggest pet peeve on stage. Yours is feet on the stage when you're acting. You is
Well,
cell phones
yeah.
going off. Tom.
I'm an actor. There's the fourth wall. I see nothing but the rest of Ben's apartment.
That's weird.
Wow. When I was in Spider-Man here on Broadway, a lot of stuff went down, but the craziest thing that happened when I was on stage, so there was a boy who got very excited, was very sick, and he vomited. He was in the first row of the first balcony. He vomited onto the audience in the orchestra.
I'll bet that happens at the Six Flags ride.
So, just in my head it was like in slow motion, and we stopped the show.
Did you fly
Really?
through it?
Oh, could you imagine?
Was he sick or was he so excited?
Or both?
Probably.
Or both?
Oh, don't tell me you haven't thrown up out of excitement.
That's probably the craziest, grossest thing that's happened when I was on stage.
Wow.
That's particularly good, yeah.
That's something. We so we had a very
We had a special
Very
incident
special
though at
incident.
Straight. So this older gentleman with a crutch, actually, gets up about 10 minutes before the end. He gets up and he starts to leave the theater, and gets to the door, and the house manager says, "Sir, there's only a few minutes left. If you leave now, we're not going to be able to let you back in." And oh, okay, no problem. He's just leaning against the back wall right by the door, watching the show, like he's very engaged.
which our
leaned up
theater
on
is
the
only
wall.
9 rows deep,
Yeah, so
right? So it's small.
first he just lets out a rip-roaring fart, the most quiet moment of the show. He keeps leaning there,
Absolutely.
and then we hear this sound that is sort of a waterfall. And he actually, we discovered that he is, taking care of business right there in the back of the theater in a Starbucks cup.
Better.
And I'm sitting there, I'm texting the stage manager going, what do I do? She's trying to run the show, and she's like, I don't know, like, is he gonna cause an incident? I'm like, if I interrupt, it'll be worse.
Don't spill the cup.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm only sure.
What do you do with the cup?
I'm only unsure whether it's in a cup or the floor. It was on a cup.
At least he had the courtesy.
He had the courtesy. He really wanted to see the end of the
Sick.
play, so he takes his cup back to his seat and sits there, watches the end of the show. And I think though that's like better than any rave review. I think it's someone who so was
Yeah.
engaged they did not want to miss a minute of the show that they had to pee in a Starbucks cup. Thank you, sir, for buying a ticket to our show. We appreciate your
Yes.
support.
Yeah, good effort. Yeah.
Please, I hope you're out there spreading the word, but not spreading your business.
Good ad for Starbucks too. They're
Drink
good
Starbucks
cups.
in the theater.
Is what I'm trying to say. They're good cups.
90-minute show, no intermission, pros, cons.
Yeah.
Anyone else who wants to come, see the show and not pee in a cup,
Please do.
yeah, come, West 42nd Street, Theater Row. We're here till May 8th.
May 8th.